What's up? What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live at the #1 internet radio station, intellectualradio.com. And hello. Welcome to another edition of Making Waves with Miss Darcy. We broadcast live right here every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Today, I'm going to bring you some news you can use and a few nuggets on Talk About It Tuesday. On this intellectual dialogue hour, we're going to be sharing information, giving introspection, and providing some inspiration. So, it's snowing. We had a snowstorm. We still got cold. It's a whole lot going on right here in our neighborhood. So my goal is to inform, entertain, and hopefully inspire. Had some internet issues with the weather, but it seems to be going okay. And I said better late than never. So today's intro show is sponsored by no other than Krispy Kreme. And their goal is to make the most awesome donuts on the planet every single day. And I think they've done that. They have several locations, hopefully one near you. We have 110 South Manheim Road in Hillside, 17815 South Halsted Street in Homewood, and then 9150 Southwestern Avenue in Evergreen Park, and Block 37, which is at 108 North State Street. If today, we have a lot of Aquarius celebrating their birthday. If today is your birthday, I had a birthday in this month. My birthday was February 7th. Wanted to be the host of He Said, She Said on every Sunday from 2 to 4. Birthday was on Valentine's Day. I had another girlfriend. Her birthday is coming up on the 19th. Had another girlfriend. Sherry Edwards' birthday is coming up on the 19th. Pat Soto Scott's birthday was February 4th. My dad's is the 24th. It's so many birthdays. My big brother, Dennis Brown, birthday was yesterday. We have all of these amazing birthdays, right? So I have a poem for you guys. Smiles and laughter, joy and cheer. New happiness that stays throughout the entire year. I hope your birthday brings you all of these and more, filling your life and heart with surprises and joys galore, right? So, y'all see my new wheel? This is the new wheel where we spin. And so, each color is going to have a dollar amount. And so, I'm going to spin the wheel, and wherever that color lands, that's where you will win whatever amount is on that color. So you get to pick a color before we play the game, and wherever it lands, that's the cash you receive. So make sure you have Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, go and download it. And you also will need to like Making Waves with Miss Darcy. So those are the two things you need for winning cash here on Making Waves with Miss Darcy. You need to make sure you have the Cash App. You need to make sure that you have liked Making Waves with Miss Darcy. Next Tuesday, we'll be giving away the money right here. So I still have one more gift card to give away today. Congratulations to Ethel Turner. She won one of the Walmart gift cards from our sponsor, and we still have one more to give away. Ethel Turner, if you're listening, please call so you can pick up your gift card, which you have not done yet. And so we're going to just dive right in. If you're out and about, the roads are not all clear, so you have to be careful. No going 70 and 80. Be careful. Watch your surroundings and stay warm. And if you got a little small shovel, you might want to put it in the car and some windshield wiper fluid, because you know how it is in the winter time. You know how it gets. So without further delay, like I always say, better late than never. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And so the first thing that I really wanted to talk about is, a lot of changes are happening right now because of the pandemic. And so because of the pandemic, we've had to make alterations. We've had to make different changes in our lives, in the way we do business. And so because of that, I wanted to kind of talk about that, and hopefully it will be able to shine some light on, the different things that we should think about doing in light of the pandemic, and how we can keep our business going and, keep it structured and all of those good things. So the first thing I want to talk about is success. What is an indicator for success? Like, what are the signs that we would have to make sure that we are on the road to being successful? And so we're going to talk about some of the trigger points and the things we can do. And then what do you do to move forward? How do you move forward? Let's say you're stuck and you want to move forward, but you just don't know how to move forward. And so we want to talk about like what you need to do to move forward. So I want to talk about that as well. And if you want to chime in, just go to the comment section and please give us, your viewpoint. We would love to hear it. Again, we're glad to be here. Glad that I'm safe and sound here at Making Waves with Miss Darcy show. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about is what are indicators to determine if you're on the correct road for success. Sometimes we get bombarded or overwhelmed, and we're thinking, oh, we're not there yet. What are the indicators for a successful person? What are the indicators for an unsuccessful person? So before we get started, we're going to dive right into that. But before we get started, we're going to take a quick break. Promise not to be gone more than a minute, and then we're going to come back and talk about the difference in how to determine if you're successful or unsuccessful. You're tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darcy on IntellectualRadio.com. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Tina Olivia Payne. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darcy on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darcy.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darcy.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt. 1-800-401-4010.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin, and it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping, all just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
And someday, I may even use it on the moon. It's a bomb thing.
Oh! So you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, a lost card.
Really? That worked?
expresses timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Making Waves with Miss Darcy. And we're going to just jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is success indicators. How do you know if you're on that road or on that journey? You know, like what are the signs, or what are the markers or red flags? So the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person. And so this is something that you might want to jot down, but I thought it was very, very helpful and useful for not just myself, but for you as well. So first, I'm going to give you the traits of we'll go down the line. So an unsuccessful person will feel like they have a sense of entitlement, right? Like it should automatically happen. They should automatically get this. Things should just automatically fall into their lap. But a successful person will have a sense of gratitude. They're appreciative and they're thankful, so they're humble. And then an unsuccessful person would be one of those people that would hold a grudge. They're not forgivable, have a mean streak. Where a successful person would be a person that will be really amped to forgive others. Hey, Katie Lowe, they would be more amped to forgive others. This is Katie Lowe. Hello, boss lady Katie Lowe. Katie Lowe has a show, Rhythm Flow Radio, and she comes on at 4:45 p.m. every Tuesday. She comes on at 4:45 every Tuesday, so check her out today. She have a great topic, and I know it would definitely interest you to check out her topic. So an unsuccessful person may hold a grudge or may be resentful, but a successful person would be humble and ready to forgive at any given time. And then an unsuccessful person would be one of those individuals who would blame other people if they had an issue or they failed at something, or it was their fault because they didn't help or they didn't root them on. They would have so many reasons to blame so many other people for their failure than themselves. But then a successful person would automatically, most times, accept responsibility from their failures and learn from their failures and then move forward. And then an unsuccessful person would be one of those persons that would criticize or, be real critical of what you do, what you say, how you do it, how you say it. But then a successful person would be one of those individuals who would be humble and they would compliment you and, say, oh, nice job, nice purse, nice hairstyle, nice jewelry, man, that's a nice tie, nice boots, etc. An unsuccessful person will be very critical. And then an unsuccessful person, some unsuccessful people would be individuals who just watch TV all day, maybe be like a couch potato and don't do anything. Well, a successful person most times is an individual who like to read every day, or they are working on knowledge and learning and growing to be a better person. An unsuccessful person, say they keep a journal, but they really don't. They really don't know what's going on. They don't have a clue. They're unorganized. But a successful person would be individuals who have everything organized, who would have a calendar, who would have, a schedule of events and things like that. An unsuccessful person would be one that talk about people, very critical again, always have nothing but negative to say and nothing positive. But a successful person would talk about great ideas, momentum, how to be positive, maybe offer positive quotes, maybe talk about things that are enlightening or great ideas or things that can generate more revenue. That's the mindset of a successful person. The mindset of an unsuccessful person, most time, they hope that other individuals fail. They think they're doing too much and they really hope that the individual will fail deep down inside. Whereas a successful person will want to see you succeed. They'll want to see you make it. They'll want to see you be successful, and they may offer their opinion or suggestion to help you further that success trail. Where an unsuccessful person, may not share information or websites or data. They may not want to share it with you because they may feel that you're going to overcrowd them or overturn them or etc. But a successful person would have no problem sharing information, knowledge, anything that would help you further your career or your entrepreneur journey. An unsuccessful person's mindset will be someone who's just all over the place. They're not sure what they want to be in life, what career they want to take, what path they want to take. Where a successful mindset person would have a to-be list, or they would have information where they're working toward and things of that sort. An unsuccessful mindset person would exude anger, whereas a successful mindset person would exude joy and be peaceful. An unsuccessful person would fly by the seats off their pants. A successful person would be an individual who would have a to-do list or a project list, and they'll be checking off those items as they're doing it monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. An unsuccessful mindset person would probably never set, most times out of 10, an unsuccessful person probably wouldn't set goals, but a successful mindset person would set goals, develop plans, have a chart, have a vision board, have something that they keep every day that they're going down that list to check everything off and working toward a goal, right? And then an unsuccessful person would think they know all. They are a jack of all trades and a jack of none, as they would say. But then a mindset of a successful person, they would embrace change. So they always want to learn. They were always on the cutting edge. They're learning innovative things. They're millennium, and they're jumping on board for any new tech savvy ideas or anything to make their life or their entrepreneur journey a better road. Most times, an unsuccessful individual would fear change. They wouldn't want to change anything. They don't like change. An unsuccessful person wouldn't want change. But then a successful person, again, they would embrace it. They would want to give other people credit for their journey, for their victories. They'll clap for that individual and support and be their cheerleader. Where an unsuccessful person probably wouldn't want to cheer them on, wouldn't want that person to get credit, for their victories, and wouldn't be there to salute them or to cheer for them. And then last but not least, an unsuccessful person will operate from a transactional perspective. That means each time they do something, they don't have any like long-term goals. But a successful mindset person will operate on transformation perspective. So they're always aiming high. When a person go low, they go high. They have goals and dreams, that's going to generate additional revenue, not a one-time customer, but repeat customers. They're looking to be online and getting paid while they sleep or while they're out, and vice versa. So what we want to do, there's a big difference between a successful person mindset and an unsuccessful person mindset. So the key point is none of us are perfect, right? But as long as we recognize and identify where we need to improve on our life, whether it's our personal, relationship, friendship, or business, we want to do everything in our power to strive to get there. And just keep in mind that greater success will follow us as long as we have that right mindset. So I also want to share this quote: life has to move forward. Everything has its time and everything has its end. And so I want to talk about some of the ways that we as individuals, since we are consciously striving to move forward in this pandemic, what are some of the things that we can do as individuals to move forward? The first thing I had is not letting the opinions of others control our life. So it's not what others think, it's what you think about yourself that counts. You have to do what's best for you, your life, your circumstances, not what's best for everyone else, because that's your life and you have to live it. Number two, We don't want to be ashamed of our past failures. We want to learn from them. Our past does not equal our future. Like, it does not equal where we are right now. All that matters is what we do right now and moving forward. So that's something we want to, sometimes people dwell on the past, and we can't change the past. We can only move forward. And number 3, we want to being indecisive about what you want. So you will never leave where you are until you decide where you want to be. So you have to decide if you want to stay right here where you're at, you're content making $1,000 a month and you're comfortable. Or are you looking to increase that 1,000 to 2,000 and then the next month 3,000 and on and on and on. So if you want to stay stagnant and you don't want to move anywhere, then it's still up to you. But you can't be like half pregnant. You can't like saddle the fence. So you have to make a decision to figure out what you want, and then you have to passionately pursue it. Make sense? Number 4, procrastinating. We don't want to procrastinate on our goals that matter to us the most. We don't say, as soon as this happens, I'm going to do it, or as soon as things get better. They may not never get better. So we have to make the conscious decision and effort to say, there are primary choices in our life. We have to either accept the conditions as they are right now, or accept the responsibility that I know where I'm at right now, but I don't want to stay here. So I'm going to make a 6-month plan or a year plan or a 90-day plan or a 3-year plan or a 5-year plan to excel and move past where I'm at today. Now, it's not going to be easy. You're going to fall down, and it's okay if you fall down. Just make sure that you get back up, right? So the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So you got to just do it. You got to just do it starting today. Just say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to create this. I'm going to start on it. I'm going to do it. Number 5, you can choose to do nothing at all. You could just say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. It's entirely up to you. It's your life, your path. If you decide that you're not going to do anything and you just going to live and take it day by day, minute by minute, that's okay. If that's what you want to do and you're comfortable in the skin you're in, then that's okay. But you and only you can decide how you're going to live starting today and on. Every day is a new chance to choose which path or direction you want to go. That's the beauty of life. Every day you can say, you know what, I've been stuck here for 5 or 10 years. I'm tired of being stuck here. I want to move. I want change. I'm tired of renting. I want to purchase me a house. You know, there are so many things you can decide that you want to do, like right this minute. As soon as Darcy stopped talking, as soon as Making Waves with Miss Darcy goes off air, you and only you can decide whatever it is that you want to do, right? That's the beauty of life. You get to decide what you want to do. You can say an hour from now, I'm going to cook. You can say 30 minutes from now, you know what, I'm not going to cook. You can say an hour from now, I'm going to go outside and shovel the snow. Or you could say, no, I'm not going to shovel the snow. I'm going to call somebody to come and shovel the snow, but it's going to cost me because I'm going to have to pay them. So you got to decide if you want to take your energy and put for effort and shovel out your driveway or your front or your parking space and put a chair in it or a box in it or whatever, right? Or you can say, you know what, I don't feel like doing that. I'm going to hire someone. So the difference in you doing it yourself is maybe $50 or $60. But if you got $50 or $60 and you don't feel like doing it, or you're not healthy enough to do it, because you got to be careful shoveling snow, and you want to hire someone, then you got to be able to accept that $50 or $60 is going to that person that's going to shovel that snow, right? You can say, I'm going to cook dinner later on today, or you say, you know what, I don't feel like cooking today. And if you don't want to cook, then if you want to order out, that's going to cost you. Everything in life comes with a price. It comes with a price. Absolutely, Katie Lowe. She says, Katie Lowe says, small-minded is an unsuccessful person. If you think small, then you're most times out of 10, your success rate is not going to be it's not going to elevate to where you want it to go, right? And here is another host, Annette, Get Caught in a Net. She has She talks about relationships. She talks about entrepreneurship. She talks about things that are going on in America. And she's on every Wednesday. Get Caught in the Net at 11 o'clock. And she's from 11 to 1. So make sure you check out Annette, Get Caught in the Net. She has amazing stories. She has panels. She has a lot of live action discussions. So make sure you check out Annette, Get Caught in the Net every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Don't forget, mark it on your calendars and check her out. It's great to see you. So that's then number 6. You need to be right. Do you have to be right all the time? Because none of us are perfect. Of course, we want to aim high for success. We want to never give up. We want to be right to be wrong. So when you feel like that you're always right and you know you're not, then that's something you have to work on. That's an internal thing. But you always get to lose your ability to learn new things. So while we in our right mind, which most of us are, I just had a new birthday, but while you're in your right mind, you want to learn, you want to read, you want to look at articles, you want to listen to videos, you want to listen to audio. But I did more reading in the last 6 months than I've probably ever done. And the knowledge and the power and the wisdom from reading, you get to know who you are. We're sheltered in place. We get to be comfortable with not being around a lot of people. We get to learn about who we really are. We get to grow and change who we are. I said today's show is designed to wake us up. Some of us are stagnant. Some of us are, we're in a comfort zone. But today is a chance to wake you, to shake you, and inspire you to live your best life. Like starting right now, like right this minute. Just shake yourself. Just go to God and say, direct my steps. I got this going on, and I got that going on, and I got that going on, and I got that going on. And things just don't seem to work out the way I want. But guess what? They're going to work out, but we got to have patience. So when you pray about it, don't worry about it. Just pray about it. And I know it's easier said than done, but pray about it and go on. Because worrying about it is not going to make it happen or change anything any faster. I'm telling you, the beginning of this year, I asked for 5 things. And I didn't ask for them. I wanted to be directed on how to create it or how to manifest it. And I felt like God said, just be still. Just be still. So I had my grandmother's recipe and I wanted to bring it to fruition, but I didn't know how because I have D-flat tummy water. I have my radio show and I'm doing so many things, taking care of my dad, looking out for my dad, running errands for my neighbors. And I'm like, how am I going to be able to fit all of this in? But guess what? My show is called Making Waves with Miss Darcy. So it's up to me to be the example to show you several streams of income while we're still in our right mind, while we're still in our right mindset. And we can change it just like that in an instant. We can change, but we have to want change. We have to want change. So when I say that, I'm saying it because I wanted to do the homemade tea cakes. I wanted to do the homemade ice cream. And so when I first did the tea cakes, they turned out all weird shaped, but they were good. And so I was more concerned with the taste than I was with the circle or the round shape. I was more concerned with the taste. So once I perfected the taste, now I got to work on the side, right? And so I've made some mistakes. I've thrown some out, but now I got it. I got it on point. I got it on point. So now I just got to work on the sides, but I've been making them. I made some last night. I'm going to share the videos that I made last night. I had the rolling pin and the dough, and I was rolling it out on the board. And so I'm going to share some of those videos with you. I was going to go live, but I didn't because I looked like a hot mess, but it's okay. I could have just went anyway. But I'm so hard on myself. And then I wanted to do the homemade ice cream. So I want to thank Rochelle's Nellums, she showed me where to go to get the machine. But then once I got the machine, the orders that I was getting, that machine couldn't handle it. So I had to turn that machine in and get an industrial machine. And then I had to learn how to perfect my grandmother's or Mud Deer or Big Mama's ice cream, homemade ice cream from scratch, right? Make sure that taste, you have to perfect that taste. So whatever your product, service, or brand is, you want to work on perfecting it. You want to work on solving a problem or solving an issue. And so anybody can make homemade ice cream, but it's the taste. It's the different things she put in it that made us want more and more and more. And so Elliot has been my taster, right? I had to not let him taste them more because he's going to end up sick. But last night and last Saturday when I remade the ice cream from scratch, the flavor just got better. And so I thank God for keeping me in my right frame of mind, for praying what I asked for, and then not procrastinating or not worrying about when it's going to happen, how long is it going to be, and just keep doing my day-to-day things. So even though we're not imperfect, we just want to be the best person that we can be. Male, female, teenager, young person, senior, be the best you can be. And then you also want to keep in mind is that we want to treat people the way that we want people to treat us. So if we mean and yelling, and then they get mean and start yelling, don't get offended. And it's not easy. And sometimes you have to regroup and step back and say, wait a minute, let me start this day over. Because everybody get the chance to say whether we want to be happy, whether we want to be sad, whether we want to be miserable, whether we want to get on everybody's nerves. We all have a choice and a chance to make that decision. Just us, nobody else. It starts with us. Everything starts with us, not with someone else. And then once we do that, then the sky is not the limit. The next thing we want to do is we don't want to run from our problems. We want to figure out a way to fix them. We have to stop running. If the repo man is calling, if the bill collectors are calling, ignoring the call is not going to change the situation, right? If you only got $5 or $10 to pay on a $200 or $300 or $3,000 bill, sending that in is better than not sending anything at all. There are curses change out here. If you say you can't afford a money order, there are curses change out here where you can pay one bill and get free money orders. There are so many ways. And then we have to learn how to budget and stop overspending and learn to live within our means. And that's something I had to work on years ago. But we have to take baby steps to get where we want to get, right? And so let's say you want to purchase a house. I want to purchase some property this year. So for me to purchase property, I got to make sure my credit score is on point. I got to make sure I pay my credit card bill down 30% of whatever the ratio is. I got to make sure I got money in the bank for a down payment, and I got to stop spending. So I know what I have to do, right? Now, knowing and doing is two different things, but I do know what I need to do. I just got to do it, right? And so that's what I'm working toward. If you're an individual and you're tired of renting and you want to purchase this year, this is the year you should do it if you can. But you don't want to overdo. You don't want to strain yourself. If the lenders say, oh, you can afford a $200,000 house, you don't go get a house for $199,500. You might want to get a house for $150,000, $160,000, and then build from that house, right? So we want to make sure that we want to excel out of our comfort zone when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. But when it comes to daily living and budgeting, we want to make sure that we're using common sense and that we're staying in our scope, whatever that is. Everybody's scope is different. Everybody, whatever they're bringing in their household monthly, weekly, we want to make sure that the money you bring in equals the money that you're spending. Because if it's not, then you're going to have a problem. And then trying to catch up is another problem. And it's even a bigger problem now because we're all living in this pandemic. And a lot of businesses are laying off. A lot of people are drawing unemployment. And it's just chaos. And so some people say, well, Darcy, I've had some of my clients that I'm coaching. They say, well, I can't save because when I pay all my bills, I have nothing left. But let's say you drive to work and you get a flat tire, how are you going to get to work? You have to have some money for an emergency. So if your bills, we're going to talk about like a budget and how to do it. We're going to talk about that starting next week. So let's say you have, your bills are $2,000 and you're bringing in $2,200. So that leaves you a $200 wiggle room, right? So let's say you have 5 bills that total $150 a month, right? Let's say instead of sending them $150, you send them $120 or $130, and you take 20, 20, 20 from that. It's just small steps, and maybe put that in the bank. If you have problems saving, maybe ask someone that you know, and you all can set up an agreement or a plan, and that you write everything down and you get everything notarized and you get a receipt, and they can save for you. You have to find a way to save some money. And I know that's you saying, Darcy, you got to be out your cotton picking mind. But here's the reality of it. Let's say you someplace where you have to move, or you have to leave, or you got to buy a new car. If you don't have money to save as a down payment, or you get laid off your job and you got to save money to move, or the rent goes up where you're living, right? It's just so many things could happen. The cost of living has increased in the pandemic. You got to buy more cleaning supplies. You got to buy masks. You got to wear gloves. You got to buy hand sanitizer. And you ain't even ate yet. So the goal is to save 3 to 6 months worth of whatever your income is. Everybody's household income is different, but whatever your income is, the goal is to save that 3 to 6 months, so that it really should be a year, but realistically 90 days. If you can save 3 months, if you pay out $2,000 and you can save $6,000, so that if there's an emergency, which there will be, something happens, something unforeseen, something beyond our control, and we have to have money, because the worst thing is something to happen and you don't have money. And then can you borrow money? A lot of people are not lending money. And if you go get a payday loan, then you're in deeper debt than when you started. So we're going to talk about money management and having a budget. And I think that's really crucial and important amid the times that we are currently living in. Number 8. So if you have a problem, face it head on and just get it out the way. Number 8, making excuses rather than decisions. That's similar to what we just talked about. That's similar to what we talk about. So most people have short-term goals. They don't have long-term goals. And then the outcome may not be what you want because it's a short-term decision. So we have to figure out a way to make better decisions for longevity, if for nothing else. And that's not an easy task, but we have to take baby steps again and work toward that. Because I'm doing the same thing. I'm working toward being better financially, debt-free, all of these things we have to work toward. Because if we don't decide today that we're going to make the change is going to change us, but it may not be the way we want. We may lose our car, we may lose something, all because of the decisions that we make. Because what I had to learn in life, and I'm sure you all have too, where we are in life today. We know what today's date is in 2021. Where we are right now, if you're sitting down, if you're at work, if you're on break, if you're at home sheltered in place, if you're working from home, if you're on your way to work, if you're on your way home, wherever you are right this second, I want you to do something for me. Now, if you're driving, you can't do it. But if you're at home or you're sitting still, I want you to just stop what you're doing. Take a deep breath. We're going to do 3 times. So 3 times we breathe in and we breathe out, right? Now we're going to do it a 4th time, but this time we're going to close our eyes for 30 seconds and think about where we are in life right now. And are we okay with where we are right now? Now, if we're not okay, then when we open our eyes, we're going to figure out a way and figure out something to do differently, because the perfect time will never come. So we're going to figure out together, all of us collectively, right? So we're going to close our eyes. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Okay, I'm not sure if that was 30 seconds, but we're going to open our eyes. Now, I need you to get a pen and a paper and write down what's going on in your life right now that you would like to change. Everybody's situation is different, but 3 things in your life right now that you want to change. What is it? 3 things right now that you want to change. 3 things, just 3. Write them down, put them in your phone. You know, we have calendars. Write it in your phone, text it to yourself. Whatever you got to do, write it down. And then next week, only you know what those 3 things are. I'm going to share my 3 things. And we're going to use my 3 things as an example. And I'm going to tell you what my 3 things are next week, same time. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to change it or to make it better. And then I'm going to use my situation and my circumstances with the 90 day, right? And then after the 90 day, we're going to do another 90 days. And we're going to see where I'm at. And I challenge you all that are listening to do the same thing. Because someday will never come. Someday is right now. So I'm challenging whether it's to get out of debt, whether it's to pay your credit cards off, whether it's to build your credit, whether it's to become a homeowner, whether it's to start a business, whatever, whether it's to become an author, write your first book, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to be healthier, whether it's to amend a broken relationship, whatever, whether it's to forgive someone. Only you know what those 3 things are. And so we're going to use me as the guinea pig, which we should. And then we're going to go from there. And if you have questions, I'm going to have you call in. And we're going to do this collectively together, right? And then, you know, I got my money wheel. So next Tuesday, it's going to have money on each one. And whatever, I'm going to spin the wheel when we play the game. And then wherever color you pick, that's the amount of money you get. Now, remember, to play the game, you have to have 2 requirements. You have to like Making Waves with Miss Darcy, and you have to have a Cash App. I'm going to have my intern post it so that everybody can't say they didn't know. Because if you call in to win and you spin the wheel and you didn't like Making Waves with Miss Darcy, you don't qualify for the cash. So we're going to start this. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep posting it. I'm going to do some videos saying this is what you need to do. And so with instructions so that everybody is aware of what the rules and regulations are. If you are a radio personality or a co-host of intellectual radio, you cannot participate in this game. I'm sorry. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk about quickly what we talked about, like a rehash. And then we're going to close out. So don't go anywhere. You tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darcy on intellectualradio.com. Please share this broadcast. Back in a moment with my closing remarks. So don't go anywhere.
Good morning. What can I get for you?
A medium hot coffee, cream and 2 sugars, please.
Medium hot coffee, cream, 2 sugars. Sounds good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment. America runs on Dunkin'.
Good morning. What can I get for you?
A medium hot coffee, cream and 2 sugars, please.
Medium hot coffee, cream, 2 sugars. Sounds good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment. America runs on Dunkin'.
These 100% beef burgers are stacked with bacon, sweet bourbon sauce, and apparently my mom's fave, spicy sriracha sauce. Eat it, don't tweet it, Mom.
Denny's Big Burger Bash, with burgers starting at $6.99. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
It's 2 for $5 coming at you live.
Hey, sir, welcome to Burger King. How are you? See what
No pressure. All of America's watching.
Original chicken sandwich.
Bring them on the stick. Spicy fries. And the foul.
How are you going to lose when you mix and match?
Mix and match 2 large premium sandwiches for $5 only at Burger King.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we talked about today unsuccessful mindset and successful mindset. We also talked about how to be unstuck and how to make sure that you're on the right path to doing the things that you want. We also did a breathing exercise. Oh, here go my co-host. What's up, Charlie Shue? Charlie Shue said, I know that's right, and that is so true. You never know what's going to happen. Good topic. Thank you, Charlie Shue. And so we have to work on ourselves. And so I just want to give you the last one. The last one that I had was not appreciating the present moment. Now, a lot of people didn't make it into 2021. And so too often we try to accomplish something that's so big that we know is beyond what we can do, beyond the scope. Or we're complaining and saying, why not me? And why I didn't get this and why I didn't get that. Let me tell you something right now. To be alive right now, during a pandemic and being a survival into the new year, we shouldn't open our mouth. We shouldn't complain about anything. We have so much to be thankful, to be grateful for, because a lot of people didn't make it. And that means God is not through with us yet. We still have a lot going on, and we still have a lot of work to do. So let's start by helping others. When we help others, it helps ourselves. When we help others, then we have even more blessings. And don't help someone for something in return. Help someone because you want to help them, right? And so those are the things that we talked about today. And I'm glad that I had all these amazing co-hosts. Get Caught in a Net. She comes on every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on intellectualradio.com, which is the iHeartRadio station. Every Wednesday at 11. Great topic. She has amazing panel discussion coming up. So make sure you check out Get Caught in a Net. And also my guest virtual co-host, Katie Lowe, Boss Lady Katie Lowe. She has a show on Rhythm Flow Radio at 4:45 p.m. today. She'll be coming up in a little while. So make sure that you get tuned in and check out her topic. She has a great topic today that I want to get some information on about music, in the culture. So make sure you check that out. 4:45. Look for Katie Lowe or Rhythm Flow Radio. I want to thank you guys for listening, for tuning in, for making Waves with Miss Darcy possible. If you have not liked my Making Waves with Miss Darcy page, please do so. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate doing the show, and I really appreciate meeting new people and hearing opinions and views and how amazing we all are. We all have greatness in us, and I'm so excited to be a part of this, and that we have a platform where we can share information and give our viewpoints. Now, since today is Tuesday, I also do a Tip Tuesday. So I'm going to share a Tip Tuesday later on today. And it's a business tip, like things we should continue to do in our business, whether we have a product, service, or brand. And I know you all know about D-Flat Tommy Water, so I'm just going to share with you quickly. If you have not tried D-Flat Tommy Water, if you're sheltered in place and you picked up a couple of pounds over the last few months, you can give me a call. You can try it. I can promise you it works. You can lose inches and weight within if you follow directions in a certain time frame, but it works and you can keep it off. You don't have to starve yourself and you don't have to count calories, but it does work. It's only an 8-ounce bottle and you shake and sip. Now, if you have not tried it, go to dflattommywater.com. That's dflattommywater.com. Or you can call us in the office at 708-998-3799. 708-998-3799. We have new labels, new bottles. It has the ingredients. And we have a UPC barcode on it. So if you have not tried that, now, without further ado, I do want to leave you guys with something. I don't know who likes homemade ice cream or tea cakes. Some people think tea cakes is a cake, but tea cakes is actually a cookie. And it has a very distinctive taste. And it's to die for. You will love it. And the homemade ice cream, I grew up watching Big Mama and my dear make homemade ice cream and tea cakes. That was my favorite thing to do, to watch them do that and see the love, you know, like the soul, just like with soul food. It's just something about soul food. And I always wanted to share the recipe and make it. And now it's coming to fruition. So I have 4 flavors available. You can try the samples, and then if you want to purchase, you can always call. But the 4 flavors I have now is vanilla, strawberry, banana, and caramel. Vanilla, strawberry, caramel, and banana. Those are the 4 flavors I have, and I have tea cakes. If you're interested in a sample, you can inbox me or you can call 708-667-6611. Again, 708-667-6611. I want to thank Boss Lady Katie Lowe, host of Rhythm Flow Radio, for being my virtual co-host. Annette, get caught in Annette every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on intellectualradio.com. And my co-host, Charlie Shue. Check him out on social media sites. You'll be able to check him out. So I want to thank you guys for listening, for tuning in. Please share the broadcast. And I'll be back on later on today to give you Tip Tuesday for your product, service, or brand. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. Have a nice day. Oh, in closing, build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. And that would be me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Be safe out there. Watch your surroundings and practice social distance.